She stood at the bus stop, clutching her small backpack tightly to her chest. The cool evening breeze danced through her hair as she gazed out at the unfamiliar cityscape. She had been running for what felt like hours, her heart pounding in her chest with every step. Where was she going? She didn't know, but she knew she had to get out. The bus arrived and she boarded it without looking back. She didn't dare. The memories lingered like an open wound that refused to heal. So she sat in the corner, trying to calm her racing thoughts. The bus ride was a blur, a series of fleeting images that barely registered in her mind. When it finally stopped in front of the women's shelter, she climbed off, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. It was a small place, a haven for those in need. She took a deep breath, smoothing out her tattered clothes. As she walked into the shelter, a kind-faced woman greeted her with a warm smile. "Welcome, sweetie. We're glad to have you here." The woman took her in and she felt a sense of safety wash over her. Days turned into weeks, and she began to rebuild her shattered life. She started taking classes, learned a new skill, and made a few friends. The shelter became her home, a place where she could be herself. But she couldn't shake the feeling that she was running from something, and eventually, that something caught up with her. One evening, as she was walking back from the library, she stumbled upon a small coffee shop. The sign read Vet's Haven. Out of curiosity, she pushed open the door and stepped inside. The cafe was filled with men in khaki and camouflage, laughing and chatting like old friends. As she ordered her coffee, a pair of piercing blue eyes caught her attention. He was sitting at the counter, his rugged features softened by a warm smile. She felt a flutter in her chest, a sensation she hadn't experienced in a long time. The man introduced himself as Jack, a retired Marine sniper. They started talking, exchanging stories about their lives. She learned about his years of service, his medals and awards. She was drawn to his courage and conviction. As the days turned into weeks, they started dating. He was kind, gentle, and understanding. She felt a sense of security with him, like she'd finally found a safe haven. They went on long walks, cooked dinner together, and explored the city. But beneath the surface, Jack's demons lurked. The war had left its mark, and he struggled with PTSD. He would have nightmares, waking up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat and screaming. She tried to be there for him, to comfort him, but it was like trying to hold on to sand. She didn't know the extent of his struggles until it was too late. Until the day he left, without warning, leaving her shattered and heartbroken. He said he needed to clear some things out, but she knew he was running again, just like she had. The months that followed were a blur of tears and pain. She tried to move on, to pick up the pieces of her broken heart. But it was like trying to glue together a puzzle with the pieces scattered on the floor. Some were missing, and others didn't fit. It's been years now, and she's still searching for those missing pieces. She's lost count of the number of times she's loved and lost, loved and lost. Each failure feels like a small, incremental step backward, a reminder that she's still running from the shadows of her past. She looks in the mirror, her eyes reflecting back the ghosts of her troubled history. Her heart is scarred, a topography of pain and longing etched across its surface. But it beats, stubbornly, relentlessly. And maybe, just maybe, it's enough to carry her through the next dark night, when the shadows of her past feel like they're closing in.